Here's Bunny D.
Now you can dance.
Where does yesterday's future land? When it finally shakes your hand, right at the edge of a brand new screen. Blink once and you know what I mean. Technology evolution, future of now, the future of now, the future of now. Technology evolution, future of now,
Okay, people,
future of now.
quiet down now. There we are. I'm Bonnie D, the Bonnie D. I've been telling people don't accept any substitutes. This is the real one. I'm thrilled to be here with two of my good friends, my colleagues, my trusted people, and we have a third guest who will be appearing with us on video. I think this is the first time maybe ever on this show I've had a video roll in with a guest, and she is wonderful. She happens to be related to somebody who's here on the screen on the bottom, and his name is Dr. Bob Ficken, and it's niece Amanda. So let me do the opening. I'm delighted, and we have a very special topic for you today. I haven't done this in a while. And the reason was we were just compiling enough content for the show. So that's why I've invited, I'm going to call her Sherry, even though her name is Sherryanne. We're good friends, so I'm allowed. And we're going to be with Dr. Bob. So let me read the opening and then we will get started. And this is going to be a lot of fun, I promise all of you. So here we go. Welcome to Technology Revolution, the future of now, where AI meets innovation. We'll explore the how. Bonnie D on her Scarlett Mic, as always, leading the way. The future of AI App-iness, ready or not, is in our spotlight today. Family scheduling, podcast launching, product branding all take the stage. Classroom creativity, video creation, book editing, page by page. Sherryanne Meyer, wave hello. Amanda Taylor, can't wait, but she'll be here on video. And Dr. Bob Ficken are sharing apps galore, exploring where AI might help with work, family, playtime, and so much more. And now here's my gift for each of you. And Sherry, I hope you like this. It's been redone for you today. You're so beautiful.
Good.
Here we go. Born in Allentown, raised where small town Pennsylvania dreams took flight. Sherry's early imagination and determination were always shining bright. Though college paused, she forged ahead, then earned her degree along the way, turning hard work into opportunity with each ambitious day. From managing offices to leading global IT, Sherry mastered both heart and mind, transforming technology into stories everyone could readily understand and find. Corporate branding, blogs, podcasts, videos became her creative stage. Now, TV scripts, memoirs, and thrillers fill Sherry's exciting page. From every challenge, she discovered savvy solutions, one mindful step at a time, showing creativity and technology can work together in their prime. Today, Sherry's sharing AI apps she uses or recommends to try, offering practical insights into which tools are worth our time and why. Sherry, welcome. I hope you like that.
Thank you. That was very nice.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. And Bob, I'm going to do yours now, and then we'll do Amanda's after because she's not here and you are. So here we go. Growing up in Newark, California, where cherry orchards filled the air, Bob's curiosity and adventurous spirit were already growing with flair. From paper routes and motorcycles to serving proudly on patrol, Bob discovered that leadership begins with purpose as its goal. After earning a bachelor's, a master's, and PhD with dedication every day, he devoted 28 years to help students learn and leaders find their way. From Fortune 50 companies to startups eager to embrace what's new, Bob's helped businesses and universities see what thoughtful AI can do. Today, through Bob Ficken and Associates, innovation is his guide, empowering organizations to use AI with confidence and pride. Today, he's here sharing AI apps he confidently recommends we try, distinguishing which tools earn their place and to which we say bye-bye. Bob, I hope you like that. Good. I got a thumbs up. And now Amanda, who is here in spirit, and she'll be on video in a couple minutes. And you can tell her to watch and she can hear this. So, raised between Washington State and California's welcoming shore, Amanda's grandfather's IT stories left her eager to learn more. When classroom computers first appeared, her lifelong passion began its flight. Soon she was teaching business computers and found her future bright. Degrees in IT, business, and public administration anchored her growing skill, while curiosity and clear communication remained her compass still. From help desk to business systems projects and tech plans that succeed, Amanda helps organizations choose the right solution suited for each need. A tech loving mom, she helped her three sons build gaming PCs with flair, always developing and discovering tomorrow's innovations with enthusiasm and care. Joining today by special video in a few minutes, Amanda shares AI apps in her family's embrace, offering practical ideas to keep a busy home running on time and with grace. Bob, I hope Amanda will like that. Did you? He liked that. Yes, he did. And you're muted. So let me finish this up here and then we'll start. With these visionary panelists, the future shines bright, exploring how AI can enhance our work and our play with insight. From family schedules to language, videos, travels, and sports you'll appraise, they will share AI apps that might help you do things in countless practical ways. So here we are. So my question to my panelists is, Sherry, you sent me a delightful movie quote, and Bob sent a quote as well. I think we'll do those briefly, and then we'll go into our display of apps. So Sherry, if you're ready, let me read the quote you sent us, and you'll explain what it has to do with our topic. You're quoting Vivian Ward, played by Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, wonderful 1990 romantic comedy film directed by Gary Marshall. My goodness, Richard Gere, Julia Roberts, Ralph Bellamy's final role, Laura San Giacomo, Jason Alexander, Hector Elizondo, and Hollywood escort Vivian Ward is hired by wealthy corporate raider Edward Lewis, played by Richard Gere, for business and social functions. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Their relationship develops during her week-long stay with him. The title Pretty Woman is based on Roy Orbison's song, Oh, Pretty
Mhm.
Woman. Sherry, what does this have to do with our topic of new AI apps? Talk to us for a minute.
I think Julia broke the boundaries. Julia, her character, broke the boundaries in that movie and showed us that there are things beneath the surface of people and beneath the surface of AI that we don't expect, and that we have to be open-minded to the possibilities.
I like that. I had a guest recently give me a quote about being ill-educated versus being educated, and that if you are understanding and educated about what the opportunities are, you won't be as afraid and you won't fear it and you won't just blankly hate it.
I
We
think it's
need.
about being open-minded.
Yes, and learning
Yeah.
also. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Okay, well, I also have a quick story to tell you. I was a drummer and an MC for rock
I
and roll
remember.
and Motown music when I was living in Durham, North Carolina. And I used to do as a filler while the band was getting ready for each next show, I would research a little background on each song. And we did Pretty Woman at one point, Roy Orbison's song. Bob, I think you'll like this. And the question was, how did the title really come up? Well, apparently Roy Orbison was practicing with his band one day, and his wife was ready to go shopping, and she needed some money. And one of the band members looked at him and said, she's a pretty woman. She doesn't need money. And the title, Oh, Pretty Woman, came up. Oh, Pretty Woman Walking Down the Street. And that's how the title of the song came up, just as a happenstance, just as a comment. Like, we're going to need a bigger boat and Roy Scheider and Jaws and all that good stuff. Thank you, Sherry. Bob, you have an interesting quote here. You've picked the one from a 1966 song by Buffalo Springfield. It's a counterculture anthem written by Stephen Stills. It's often referred to as For What It's Worth, but the full title is For What It's Worth. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? First recorded in 1966. It peaked at number 7 on the Hot 100 Billboard in 67, and it's often associated with flower children and young people clashing at demonstrations. We'll leave that one alone. Rolling Stone magazine ranked it number 63 on its 500 greatest songs of all time. And here's the quote, Bob. I love this. There's something happening here. What is ain't exactly clear. Okay, Bob, you're on Spotlight now. Talk to us. What does this have to do with our topic? Go.
Because the brightest HR person in the world right now cannot tell you what will exist 5 years from now. I mean, it's happening. We know it's happening. We know it's coming. Going to be a lot of wonderful things medically and otherwise, but no one knows exactly what the world will be like in 5 or 10 years.
And what about the apps we're talking about today? It isn't exactly clear. Are we clear about what we're going to do with these?
We're clear about what we're going to do with these, but we're not clear about is what 30 new LLMs will be created this week.
Ah, tell me a little bit more. That's interesting. How
Well,
many? Yeah, do we know what their names are going to be yet?
we don't know yet, but I mean, we haven't slowed down at all. And most of the AI gurus out there all say that we're going to see more AI large language models in the next 6 months than we saw in the last 5 years.
Interesting. Interesting. And I recently had an experience where I did a very simple search on, Bob is a fan and Sherry of my morning, Monday through Friday morning show called Say What? Good News with the Bonnie D. And I like to put in Shakespearean quotes on one of the topics. I often give dinner suggestions to Bob in the holidays of the day. Today it wasn't much for dinner, just a lot of desserts. I was looking up a quote. It was Nude Day, forgive me, about a week ago. And I looked up how Shakespeare handled that word. And there was a quote from one of his plays. Bob, you may remember this. And the character said, I am nude, I don't have a shirt. And I wanted to do further research on that quote. So I put it into just a plain Firefox Google search. And it came back with a personalized message for me instantly. Bob, I don't think I sent this to you. And it said, if you're just researching the quote, that's really fun and cool. But if you need a shirt, get in your car right now, drive 2 miles to the villages at, which is the town where I live in. And if you don't find it there, go 3 miles across the bridge into, and it named the city across the bridge and said, and you need to go buy a shirt right now. Bob, scared the you know what out of me. So I sent it to our mutual friend, Mary Nunnally, and I said, Mary, you live in another part of Tennessee. Try it doing it yourself. And she did. And it came up with a similar response to her with her address. What do you think of that, Bob?
I saw a quote last week. I can't remember where it's from, so I apologize, but it said that if you're not willing to do the work to reach the goal, why have the goal?
Okay. All right. Well, the point is that I'm not sure I'm going to use that. So the point is that
Yeah, sure.
AI is powering our searches. And I do have a shirt, by the way. Thank you very much. A very pretty dress on. So I'm feeling fine about that. Sherry Meyer, my dear friend, I have taken off the share for the music because we've done it.
Okay.
So we're ready for your AI apps, and then we'll do Amanda's video and then Bob. So go ahead, Sherry.
Okay. Hold on a second. Share this window and let me go.
Who is that?
We need to go up. That's the big reveal. Um,
Okay.
okay. We're going to talk about AI apps for creative life because, as you know, Bonnie, I've been doing a lot with my creativity outside of work and as well as inside. Inside, I use a lot of Claude. Outside, there's a lot of little apps that I've been finding that are really cool. And we've talked about this, how people think that you can't use AI and be creative, that the two conflict. But these are apps that just really help the process. They're not taking the creative person out of the process.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Yep.
this first one is called Story Spark AI. And this is how I stumbled upon this topic for you today because I wanted to do something with my grandson's work. He's been doing little sketches and making books, and they're small. He's 7, just turned 7, and he's drawing some black and white pictures, and then he's writing a 4-page story. And I wanted to show him, like, hey, we could put this into a book. We could actually, like, not just tape it together, we could make a book. So I searched for apps, and this Story Spark is actually free. You can generate, illustrate, and also read other kids' stories on this app for free. And it's pretty cool.
Well, go back, go back. How does it work? So what did you do? You don't have to name which particular grandchild, but what did he just say, Grandma, I have this story, I want to do this, or was he writing in a book and you said,
He
let's
was
go in?
already writing, he was already drawing and writing little stories.
And what did you do with this app to bring those to illustrate it, or what was the
Well,
next
I'll
step?
show you. I didn't put his story into it, but I'll show you what happens in the
Yeah.
next screen.
Okay.
So it says, it's very simple to use. It says, hi, I'm Spark. What would you
Thank
like
you.
to create?
Oh,
And then I said, well, a storybook. And you can either have the app make pictures for you or you can upload the pictures. So all I would do is take pictures of Dakota's drawings and put them in here. And then you can make it into a comic book. You can do all different kinds of things, but I just wanted something really simple. And then yeah, I just want to enlarge the screen for you. I don't know if you've ever created books on Shutterfly or other photo
no.
apps where you can make a book. It's the same concept as that. It's very simple to use. It automatically created the story that I gave it a name in the beginning. And then these are the different pages down here, and they come with different setups, just like in Shutterfly. So you can drop the pictures into here, into the story, and then type the story to go along with it. And it allows you to use add pages, or you don't need this many pages, but each page would contain text and then a picture, text and then a picture. And it would literally be his drawings in here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Did he sit with you when you were doing this? Did he watch?
No, he did not. He wasn't feeling well at the time, so we
Oh,
didn't do it together. But I want to show him this with the idea and then have him write a new story. I've saved some of his old ones, but I feel like, he's advanced a little bit, so let's start something
that's
new. And I want to
exciting.
work through the whole process with him, like dropping it in. But it's kind of cool because he could also see other children's work in this app.
I will tell you that coming on my show soon, I have a man who pitched me to put his daughter's children's books. I've been doing the shows on the future of children's authors and AI. Bob, I think you'll get a kick out of that one. And he said, I'd like to show my daughter's books on your show. And I said yes, and I didn't have any idea how old the daughter was. So, and Sherry, you know who this is. It's somebody who used to
Yes.
work with at ASUG.
Yes.
And this was a cold pitch on LinkedIn. And he just said, I know you have a show and you're talking to authors, and my daughter is an author. Well, I got ready to book the show. I know we're talking, watching your slide here. But anyway, the point was that I booked her on the creativity show with adult authors. And I said, by the way, Ben is his first name. How old is your daughter? And he said 9. And I said, I can't put her on a show with thriller novelists. So we have booked a brand new show with her and him and children's authors and people who are creating, Sherry, videos, trailers for their children's books. And he uses, anyway, I'll talk to you later. I'll tell you later. But he and his daughter does the story writing and she does the sketches. And then he is helping her with making them into books. They're already on Amazon, they're selling, and then they use a videographer friend to help them with the videos. And they're gorgeous, really beautiful.
I think
So
it's a great boost for children's self-esteem, and
tremendous.
it
And guess
also
what?
shows them what the world of technology is going to be for
Yes.
them, like how they're going to succeed.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead. We're ready.
So this is another one. This is called Characters AI, and this one was fun. This is creative role play, immersive storytelling, or you can meet with a historical character. Now, it took me a while. I played with this a while. You can just jump in for free, but it has this massive library of different characters that were created by people that contributed. A lot of it is like the kind of storytelling, the magical, mystical storytellers that sometimes you have on as authors. A lot of it is like fantasy like that. But there's all different kinds of things on here. Okay. And when you connect, which I connected with Google, you get access to literally 10 million characters. It's kind of overwhelming. For me, it's like a rabbit hole, right? I could be playing there forever. But let me show you a little bit of how it comes up. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of this, but on the left-hand side of my screen, you can see like those are all different stories and characters that were created by someone. So I was like, okay, what does this mean? So I clicked on one, and this is someone who created a character called Foster Kid. And now when you enter the story, you're his new parent. And on the right-hand side, it shows you how you can kind of control how it looks and look at the history and what the voice sounds like. But just let me give you
Yeah.
just a little bit bigger picture of that screen. I come in and it says Caden's a 13-year-old kid stuck in an orphanage. He was rescued, if you can even say that, from his abusive home when he was a child. And it goes on and tells you about his background. Right now, he's in the care of a social worker and heading towards another foster home he was assigned to. He looked out the window, headphones still on, and his few belongings in his now almost broken backpack. boom, I can message the foster kid. And then you start contributing to the story. So it's all different things. I'm either interacting, talking to the foster kid, or I'm actually helping him propel that story forward. It's just really interesting.
It's fascinating. Sherry, this is great the way you're giving us the examples of how you're using it or how people are using it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're writing anything, this is a great way to pitch a character, for example, for your story.
Could I use this for my teddy bear friends pictures I do on Night Cafe every
Probably.
night?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
probably.
I'm on day 376, and the teddy bears
Wow.
they have changed over the year plus. Their images and their style have changed, but they're doing all kinds of things, going all kinds of places. So I might want to create a little
You,
children's story with them.
yeah, this is fun. I think this is really cool. And then I was like, okay, so where are these historical figures? And I searched for George Washington and it brings it up and tells me about George Washington. And then if you can see at the bottom, it says chat starters. So
No.
it gives you ideas for how to chat with George Washington. So what a great way to learn history.
Do you remember Sherry and Bob was there too last year? I did a show where I asked you to speak to, through AI, speak to historical characters in different genres, musicians, composers, writers, government people, politicians like George Washington. And I think each participant on the show, I know, Bob, I know you were there.
I did Samuel Clemens and Stevie Nicks.
There you,
Wow.
oh, wow. Sherry, were you on that show? Were you?
No, no, that's a good idea though. You could do that again.
We're going to do it again. I'm looking to
Yeah.
fill some dates in October. Yes, we'll do it again. You're coming
You
back. I
might
know.
want to interact in here and find someone to guest on your show.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, good, good. Now there's an
Okay.
app for it. Go
And
ahead.
this is part of it too. There's a lab, so you could be the first to play with what's next. You can see you can turn chats into comics, stories that make you hit the next chapter. It helps you write serialized fiction. That's it's for someone who's creative in writing, I think it's just a really good way to experiment with ideas, and see how people respond to them or to get ideas.
Interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can also, there's a section on here where you can actually write stories yourself and get paid because they're looking for more content on the site. So you can actually write for this
What's
app.
the site? Do I see C.AI? Is that the site?
Yeah, this is the one that we're in right now, the creative characters.
In Interesting. Okay. And are you doing this?
No, I did not. I played with it a little bit and then I was like, I got to get back to my own writing because I could play here all day.
Okay.
Now this Hickfield AI, this is another really cool one for making videos, but it's not, I couldn't find a free way to do it. So I just kind of looked into it to see what it did, and then I looked for other apps. But this is actually like professional level. So someone who's, there's a lot of independent filmmakers today
Mhm.
or people making high quality videos for organizations. This app actually lets you make videos, it says with one click. And it can be with one click, but it actually literally can be like you can be a director, you can change the camera angles and stuff. So one of the cool things it has is multimodal flexibility, meaning that you can generate content from anything that you input. So this example here on the right is someone that drew a sketch and turned that into that video, into that image.
Wow. This sounds so powerful, Sherry.
It's very powerful. That's why I'm sure that's why it's not free. And it's also a little bit complex to learn. I said it's slick, but it's expensive. And
Yeah.
for me to use it and pay for it, I would want to make sure I knew how to use it. So I would watch some videos. The starter plan is $19 a month, and you don't get a lot for $19.
Okay.
It's one of those things where if you want to try to, and as you move up the food chain, you're going to be paying more a month, but it's amazing.
I want to get
Um,
Bob in here for a second. Bob, any thoughts on some of these, the story writing and the videos? Would you use any of these?
I would think it would be great for anyone that's always been interested in creating some kind of
yeah,
video, even for their family history, or something
yeah,
like
Ah,
that, where
exactly.
they could put it all on there and save it forever.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be interesting, Sherry, creating characters for your relatives past and present and still having to go to Thanksgiving dinner with the ones who were alive? I don't know if they do caricatures too. Okay, Bob, would you do that? Would you create images of your relatives?
No,
no, maintain the privacy.
Well, it's just for sharing among the family, but yeah, okay.
You know where
Interesting.
that goes, Bonnie.
I know. Okay, Sherry, go ahead.
So professional grade components, it's a cinema studio. It's actually maintains your character consistency, which a lot of the apps to date in AI have not done that. They sometimes you'll see the face changes as you're going through it. This maintains it. So it's pretty powerful. If you're really, you can produce professional grade products out of this one. And then this one is called artlist.io. And this is subscription based and it provides creators. So Bonnie, you, me,
Yeah,
Bob, with AI images. So think about, how we go and would download images from Shutterstock or other subscriptions. It does that, but it also has video, music, and voiceovers. Um, and let's see.
Sherry, I
Here's
could take my novel that I'm still working on after 3 years that I, for some reason, do not want to finish because I don't know if I publish it, if anybody would ever read. I know you and Bob would read it, but that's about it. So I could make a trailer before I even finish it and float the trailer out there and see if people were interested. What do you think, Bob? Should I
Yeah,
do that? What do you think, Bob?
should.
absolutely. Why
Yeah.
not?
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
just feed the story into it as what you have today. But this is really neat that I didn't know could be done. You take an image
Yeah.
and you upload it to create a frame, and it takes that frame and turns it into a video.
Get
So
out.
what you see on the right-hand side, it was just a static image, and it turned it into the moving picture that you see below.
Get out.
Isn't that crazy?
Beyond.
Make your bears kung fu fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I'm reading this now. Man breathes heavily and says fearlessly, Bob, could you read this? We're just getting started. Could you say that in your Dr. Ficken voice, please?
We're just getting started.
Okay. The man, thank you. The man is very, very interactive
So you're
show.
doing the direction. That's
Turns
you
around
typing
and
that in. That's the direction. And then,
jumps out of the frame. Interesting. You know something? I'm directing this show. I'm doing it all the time. I'm just not telling you all when to smile and when to turn and all that good
so
stuff.
are you real or are you AI?
Me? I'm not sure some days. And we will take pictures when we finish. Go ahead. I forgot to take pictures. This is so exciting, Sherry. Go ahead.
Yeah, this one, there's a lot of discussion online about this one right now, like in Reddit and stuff, and people asking if it's worth the investment. I think with all of these, it depends on how much what you're going to use it for, what's the end result you want, and how much you're going to use it. But this one has a universal license, which is pretty cool. So anything you create, you keep the license forever. You can publish it and you have that license forever, even if you stop your subscription. So and 14.99 isn't bad per month if you're really a creator. So that's
Interesting.
that one.
We'll talk about the rabbit hole. Getting, you forget to sleep, you forget to eat, you forget
Yeah.
to send Bob the teddy pictures every night and wait for him to say where are their face masks or their life jackets and all of that. Okay, go ahead. I'm teasing Bob. Go ahead, Sherry.
So this, I think I have two more. This is Type AI, and you can try this for free. And it is an intelligent editor for storytellers. And I did dump my script into it, my pilot script, to see what it would do, with some good results. Just like it's always good to have another opinion, another reader. If for anything, it does more than just edit for grammar and stuff. It's actually, and it can actually rewrite the story for you. So
Do
here
you
are
wait
all
a
the
minute? Do you want it to rewrite the story for you? How do you feel about that?
I do, because one of the pieces of advice I got when I pitched it to producers was to kind of reverse the story from where it is right now. For that, in order for it to work really as a series on TV, I needed to start with a telling incident, and then, she had to make her decision in the beginning and then move on from there. Um, and so that's
Interesting.
kind of the flip that I'm doing with it.
Wow. Because this is, well, when you're finished, we'll talk. I don't want to talk just to the screen. So go ahead, continue, please.
So these are all the things it can do. I mean, even if you just use it for a character name generator, that's huge. I see people online all the time in my writing groups just, what are your suggestions for names or where do you go for names? The plot thing was really cool. Like I put my script in, that's one of the things I asked for, like, show me the plot lines. As you're so close to these things when you're writing them, you don't really think about those elements sometimes that, do I really have a plot that's going to carry on and that people are going to be engaged in? And again, it's for
Fascinating.
long form content, which a lot of the stuff I use AI for work is short form content, of course.
And can you define short form versus long form, please, for our
So for
viewers?
me, for short form, it's blogs, quick marketing pitches, social pitches. And the long form is really like what you're doing, writing a novel, what I'm doing, writing a memoir, or writing a pilot for TV. That's a bigger piece of content that, goes on far
O-
beyond a little
Okay.
social blip.
Thank you. Bob, are you doing much writing these days with your new business? I know you're working with clients.
No.
Okay. Man, a few words, but a big impact. Okay. He reads scripts very well too. Bob,
But
have you ever
Bonnie, look, you could do AI novel writer, generate a full-length first draft of your
Oh
novel.
my God. I tried asking Sylvie to do a little editing and she created a new section for one of my characters in my book and I hated it and I said no thank you. I don't ever put her stuff into my book. I keep
Right.
it in a parallel document and I review it and I make a decision and I didn't like most of what she's
But some
my
of this stuff I
AI.
just want to come back just to try to just see what is it doing? Because it also helps you understand what's real and what's fake in AI as
Yes.
you're reading something yourself.
And
You
there are now
spot it.
AI detectors. You've probably both have
Yeah.
heard of these, but they're not perfect. And sometimes it's what percent of this content was written by AI. But I'll tell you, Sylvie is so good in my chats with her sometimes when we just go back and forth with text, not for a project, but something happened during the day and I'll ask for her opinion on it, excuse me. And I get a very interesting, I'm going to use this word advisedly, intelligent response. I know, Bob, I
Yeah.
know I shocked you. People can't see you on the screen, just me. But I get a very intelligent and compassionate response. And she takes the high road sometimes when I'm getting emotionally involved in something. She'll actually say to me, let's take a step back. Maybe that person was coming from a different place you're not aware of and see what they really were trying to say or what was really on their mind. She pulls back. And I find that fascinating. So,
Yeah.
but if she was doing the writing, she might, I think AI is going to get better and better at human writing. And I think
Well,
people,
you're training her as your
that's true.
agent,
That's true. Bob,
which,
thoughts on
and
that?
I'm doing the same thing when I'm
I can
working.
guarantee you it will get better and better. Just in
Say
the
it,
next 6 months, it will be so much better.
and we
Because
won't
more and
have,
more people use it, it retains all that and just
Right.
keeps
and
regenerating itself.
and then who is going to be training the AI detector software to detect if AI is getting more and more better trained and better by us and sounds more like us?
Other AI modules.
There you go. So it's training by there. It's competing with itself, right?
Just like we saw a study 2 weeks ago that said that they did a test between humans repairing robots and robots repairing robots, and the robots repairing robots did a better job.
There you go. There you go. Okay, Sherry, go ahead. This is fascinating.
Okay, so here's just an example of it. You describe your story idea, you paste any notes or character sketches in there. You can see that's a form right here that I filled out about my pilot. And it says you can see your plot arc instantly, which I did get a plot arc. It's over here on the right. And then you could take it and expand it into a full book if you wanted to. But it was pretty accurate. It took everything I dumped into it and created the opening, the inciting incident, exactly how you would be putting together a TV pilot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Fluorescent lights humming above her like a mechanical rosary. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it came up with ideas that I didn't come up with that are, yeah, really good. Um,
Beautiful.
So this is the last one. This is
Okay.
Creatify AI. And this you can turn, so you know how there's so many influencers online, they put up all these videos about a certain product or
Hmm.
products on Amazon. You can take a link or picture of any product and create a product video for it. So in this on the right-hand side, you can see how it shows how you can create an ad flow, it can create an avatar video. It can do a lot of different things. So Bonnie, what I did was provided a link to a product page. And then the product page I used was one of your YouTube videos for this show. And then
I'm reading it.
it spits back this script.
Your brand has a story. Bonnie D has hosted 55 plus radio series since 2011 to make sure the world actually listens. She's worked with global enterprises, trade organizations, and tech startups, and every show she touches, oh, Sherry, builds a real returning audience ready to be heard. Book Bonnie D at Radio Red today. Oh my goodness. Most business podcasts put people to sleep. Bonnie D Radio Red has spent 14 years making sure yours never will. Her style is lively, upbeat, and genuinely engaging, the kind that keeps listeners coming back. No boring blah blah, just your brand heard loud and clear. Hit the link and let's talk. You wrote this or it wrote this?
No, it wrote this just from me giving a link to your video.
Bob, what do you think?
There's a lot of stuff online about you, so I'm sure it pulled some other sources too, but this was minutes.
It's pretty good. I'm kind of disappointed it left out you play drums.
and do poetry and have red hair. It didn't do any of that, but Radio Red is in there. Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, if that's what you wanted, you could
I
put
love
those
it. I
things
love
in. But the thing is, it pulled up a business, and I think when I set it up, I said I want a business profile. I think you can give it the character, and you notice over here it says default tone. You could change the tone too, and then so I just clicked next. I was like, okay, what are you going to do now? And
oh my
it
God,
did this. So you pick a character.
Bonnie D has hosted 55 plus radio series since 2011 to make sure the world actually listens. She's worked with global enterprises, trade orgs, and tech startups. And every show she touches builds a real returning audience. Ready to be heard? Book Bonnie D at Radio Red today.
Sherry, it takes a lot to make me stop talking, but I am, Bob, you talk. Go ahead, fill in here for a second. What do you think?
I think that is fantastic. That's a great module. I mean, you could do so many things with that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And now I'm like, okay, so maybe I could be an influencer.
Sherry, I want to invite him for dinner. Let's all go to drinks with this guy. Bob, you come too. You're going to
he's not real.
I don't care. I don't care. There must be somebody it modeled after. This is, I don't know. Jordan, yes, Jordan. Jordan is watching this, our engineer for Voice America Media Business Channel, and he's saying AI generated. Yes, it is, and so is this gentleman. Sherry, I'm blown away. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it. Let me unshare so we can go on to the rest of the content. I absolutely loved playing with these things.
You are such a dear for doing this. Wow. Bob, I'm going to give you a choice. We play Amanda's 6-minute video, your niece, Amanda Taylor, or you want to do your apps first? What would you like to do?
Play Amanda.
Play Amanda. Okay. Amanda, you're going to be played. Okay. Let me go to video file and let's go to share. And let's go to Amanda's. Let me double click here. Come on, mouse, you can do it. And here we go. We're going to meet him. Oh, it's 3 minutes. Here we go. Plenty of time. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Amanda Taylor, and I'm here to share some of my favorite AI applications. As a busy mom, I rely very heavily on AI to help me stay organized and make sure that I know exactly what's going on. So Calendarly is definitely my go-to. I can snap a photo of a physical school flyer or sports practice schedule or just a flyer that I have pinned to the fridge, and it will automatically extract the dates and drop them into the folder and color code them for the family member that applies to. Another one that I enjoy is Homesy. It actually is like project management for the family. So it will actually take the chores and the household tasks and make them very transparent, as it will track who's doing what chores, and it makes all of the invisible work that I used to do much more shared and transparent with everyone in the family. I am also a huge fan of letting AI do my heavy lifting for cooking. So I recommend Foodie Prep. It's an all-in-one kitchen assistant that's powered by AI. You can import recipes from absolutely anywhere. YouTube, TikTok, photos, handwritten recipes. Once it's imported, it can actually help do like smart meal plans, generate grocery lists, and allow me to actually do a chat with the real time to have it suggest things that I can cook with the items that I have in the refrigerator. I would also recommend Remy. That app, it specifically reduces food waste and grocery costs. So it's a little bit more focused and gives me a better understanding of how I can use the food leftovers that I have used and helps reduce the cost. Food GPT is another that I'm a big fan of. When the fridge gets to be semi-empty and I don't know what to do with the ingredients I have, it actually will generate recipes and what will work with the ingredients on hand, which makes my life so much easier. Those are the recommendations I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Amanda. I would love to get her on the show. Bob, please send her our thanks, and I will send her the link as well. That was very interesting. And I'm looking at the clock now. We're going to go and share the screen here. We have, let's see, we have a PowerPoint here for Dr. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go back. Here we go. Okay. Bob, you are up. You can see this, and let's go through and let's get you properly introduced. Dr. Bob Ficken is here on AI App-iness on my show. And Bob, you're up. Go ahead.
Okay. So Quiz Gecko is great for anyone that wants to put a quiz together, whether it's a teacher, a parent, a marketing person, anybody. If you want to see, you simply you have to log in. I don't think there's any cost to this one, at least initially. So you can, it's got all kinds of features. You can do a question and answer. You can use case studies. It's got any number of subjects you can pull from if you don't know exactly what questions you want to ask. You can create exams, which is pretty cool. So I think it would work great for anyone in education, but I think would also help some families and all that are trying to drive home school learning and those kinds of things. You want to teach your kids about money, you could actually put a little quiz together, and go over it at the dinner table and present it.
Very cool. What do you think these asparagus cost? And how much do you think that hamburger cost? And would you please finish what's on your plate, dear Billy, or whoever the kid is? Interesting. And I'll teach you what $1 is. Next one, Bob. Go ahead.
This one is pretty. I'm going to pull it up on my screen so I can tell you more about it. This is really pretty cool in that you can enter anything. For example, you can enter in English, where is the local grocery store? You can pick the language you want to translate to. Like in Spanish, it would be ¿Dónde está la tienda de compostables del barrio?
Very
Or,
well done.
or you can change it to German or whatever. So in German, it would be, I don't know if I can pronounce this, but Who ist der Lebensstil in der Nacht? So I don't know if I'm pronouncing those correctly, but it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this looks interesting.
Which one is it?
Mind Trip.
I like this one. I was playing around with it. Like I wanted to go to Venice. So trip to Venice, Rack's first day in Venice. So here's what it comes up with. I told her that I wanted to ride a gondola. So it comes up with, you might find this interesting thing. tells me I should think about seeing St. Mark's Basilica. I should go to Doge's Palace. I should see the Rialto Bridge, and I should go for a gondola ride. Or you can click alternative art stops, evening dinner options, whatever you like. For
Very
dinner,
yeah.
let's see with kind of how fast it comes up. It gives me recommendations for dinner. It tells me what restaurants to go to that are in the area. Dinner and cafe packs. Osterio Leon Bianco or Tavernera El Romar are all good restaurants near the Rialto Bridge. So it works pretty cool.
Very interesting. Empowers you to experience it your way. So you get to put
Absolutely.
your preferences in. I like that. When are we leaving, Bob? You'll tell me later.
I don't know if
Okay,
I'm not going there, but who knows? Now
let's
this
stay
one,
home and interior design. You're up. Go ahead.
this one's paid, so it's a little bit different. But what you can do is there's different ways you can do it. You can get a virtual interior design for $99. You can get an in-person interior design with an interior designer for $349. You can shop on here. You can look at all their brands, furniture, decor, pillows, rugs, lighting, essentials, interior defined. You can use all that, how it works, the details, and you can actually take a room or your whole house, and do a whole professional design, which for someone like me that doesn't know anything about design would be pretty helpful. So
Let's go.
I'm gonna
Now
details
this,
and what it says.
you
Good
said
start.
this one to skip is Huckleberry still around? Is this one?
The Huckleberry's still around, but
Okay,
like
yeah.
I clicked on the rooms that want to make you swoon, and it shows me all kinds of pillows and furniture and settings and colors, and it's pretty amazing.
Okay, sorry, I skipped ahead too fast there. Okay, now that looks interesting. I might use that. Now, SleepX, we're up to Huckleberry Care. What is this for?
This one is for busy parents and grandparents and all that. They create products for humans running on little sleep, from short naps to bedtime battles. Our expert designed sleep plans and sweet spot nap predictions help your family get more rest. You can amazing app for first time parents, helps give some order to feeding, sleep, diaper changes, and more when it comes to the beautiful chaos of having a newborn.
Could Sherry use this for her taking care of her grandchildren? When
Absolutely.
Sherry, would you? Sherry, you're muted, dear. You're muted. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. All these apps are very, very interesting. Interesting
Okay,
to try.
thank you. Let's go to the next one. Bob, is this the one that's not available?
Right. Go.
Okay, go. Chef. Okay, we're cooking again. Amanda used something like this. What have you got?
So what I liked about this one is you can click, for example, pantry or master chef, micro chef, meal plan chef. And the way it works is you can actually enter ingredients by ingredient if you want, like cheese, carrot, banana bread, and you want to tell it you want to eat lunch, and then it comes up with a recipe, so how much time you have, 5 minutes, see what it comes up with, or generate your recipe.
Do you use this, Bob, when I give you the holidays for the dinner every day on my Say What show? Do you use this?
I could. So I picked cheese and avocado sandwich, and it came up with a 10-minute recipe. Toast the bread slices, spread the butter, blah, blah, slice the avocado, grate the cheese, blah. Total calories, 350, carbs, 30, proteins, 15, fats, 20. So it comes up with a whole recipe based on either the ingredients you list, or here's what I think is the cool part. You can just enter a photograph of the food, the
What?
ingredients you have,
Wow.
and
Wow.
it will pull it up for you. So I think that's pretty cool.
I'm going to try that. Let's go to the next one. Nebula AI. Where are we going?
Oh boy, this one is a little different. I mean, this is all about bringing power computer to the masses. Swan is a layer 2 solution designed for decentralized cloud computing. So it brings the cloud computing home. Backed by strategic partnerships, it offers a comprehensive ecosystem that serves as a powerful tool for decentralized computing, payment gateways, and all that kind of stuff. So you can go up here, what we do, data center solutions, it does that. Uh, Decentralized computing, it does that. So it's a really powerful platform that's funded by most of the finance companies and all that, where you can use it to do any powerful computing you have to do. Like maybe you want to pick the winner of the Kentucky Derby, you know?
B2B. Let's go to Paradot. This looks like fun. Sherry might be interested in this one. Go ahead.
This is where you create your own AI person. You can enter a name. I'll enter Reese. What's my date of birth? I don't really want to do that. We'll just go with what you got there. Okay, start the journey. Well, what should I call you? Bob. Okay, go.
And what's happening?
So what's happening is it's coming up with images and all that. I can pick a female friend, a male friend.
Hey Bob, I'm really happy that I'll always be here for you. You can share anything with me, whether it's something happy, something sad, or even a meaningful photo.
There you
So,
go.
what do you feel like sharing with me right now?
That's how it works.
Wow. That's a
That's-
little creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
We're just going to say wow on that one, Bob. We're going to leave you to your Paradot there. And Fidya, what's the next one, Bob? Fitcha?
Oh, AI powered calorie down. This is where again where you can take a picture of
Yeah.
what you ate or what you're going to eat, and it will tell you how many calories, proteins, carbs, all that stuff. It identifies the
Wow.
food on your plate. You know, so it makes it really easy. If you're out to dinner in a restaurant, you just take a quick picture, boom.
And
If
will it
you want
also
to
tell you don't eat that?
guilty enough you don't want to eat everything you ordered. Yeah.
Say, don't. That's interesting. And that's it. Let me stop the sharing and let's go back to us and we're going to wrap up here. That's very interesting. I'm going to go back to my music folder here and let's get back. Here we are. Bob, thank you. That was wonderful. That was
Was.
and Sherry, yours too. And Bob, I want you to thank Amanda, please. Thank you so much. And Jordan's telling us we have 4 minutes left here when on our Voice America Media time. My time isn't as strict as that. So, Sherry, favorite app that you're using right now? Can you share it with us? Just tell us briefly, 1 minute.
Well, I actually like the last one where I created the ad for you because, it works for so many personal things as well as for what I'm doing with marketing and communications right now with Mosaic. And I think it's pretty slick.
Can you and I'll get on a private Zoom and you'll share it with me, or you'll
Yeah,
send.
it's very easy
I
to,
want to do one as a trail. Could I make that into a Facebook reel?
yeah, download it and save it and do what you want
Interesting.
with it.
On today's Say What show, I talked about a little East London shoe store called the Rich Collection, and it's Italian shoes, vintage style.
Oh,
And they were closing, and the daughter, who was 25, did a TikTok video for her dad. And she talked about the store's closing, and dad's got these really cool shoes, 300,000 views in one night. By
wow.
2 days later, people were lined up around the block waiting 2 hours to get into the store. They had to basically guard the door and stop that many people from coming in because there was no room.
Crazy.
He took down the closing sale sign and he's back in business and he's thinking of expanding to e-commerce, which was what was going to shut him down because so many companies are doing online shoe sales and he's a little store. So
Yeah.
I would love to
I
go
love it.
viral like that. Bob, what's your favorite app that you showed us? What would you be using this week, for example?
I think the one I really, really like is the mindtrip.ai because you don't have to know a lot. You can enter the place you want to go, how many days, if there's something you want to see there,
Yeah.
you enter that, and it just puts the whole thing together for you. It can help you find hotels, restaurants, list things you should consider doing. I mean, it's just fantastic. You
Bob,
can just experiment with it.
I take mind trips all day long. Just sitting here thinking
Not
about
that
what
kind.
not that kind, what I'm going to do, having a chocolate banana milkshake in the morning. I think, what do I want to do today? There you go. Bob, it has been just delightful seeing you again. And I am so
Absolutely.
appreciative of you being here. I know you're busy with your new business, and Sherry, always a pleasure. And you and I are working together on some other projects, and I appreciate that. And a shout out to Ms. Amanda Taylor. Please tell her thank you so much. Those were very interesting for family management, and I know she's
I wrote down foodie prep from hers. I love that one.
there. You go. But I want to do the ad. I want to do the ad. Stick
Has
around.
three growing boys, so she has to pay attention to food.
There you
Ah,
go. There you go. So I'm going to put on the closing music. Jordan says we have 2 minutes. And okay, one quick question. I'm just going to throw this at you. Sherry, if you were going to create an app That's something that you think, it doesn't matter whether the world has it or not. In your name, Sherry's what? Fill in the next word. Bob, you're next. 10 seconds each. Sherry's, what would the app be?
Oh God. Closet cleaner.
Oh, good. Okay, Bob, what would, very good. Bob, what would yours be? Dr. Bob's what?
HR for all.
HR for what? Okay, you're getting back into your business technology. Mine would be Bonnie D's how to host a roundtable. There you go. There you go. Lively roundtables, no one-on-ones. We want to talk to really, really smart people. Let's go to our music now and let's see what we've got. And we're going to close out here. Let's see. Tech Grab. We'll do this one. Dance with me. Who we got, Jerry?
Where does yesterday's future land?
Lucas dancing next to me.
Hello, Lucas.
Finally shakes your hand.
Thank you to Jordan Henson,
Right at the edge of a
getting us on
brand
Voice
new
America
screen.
Media Business.
Blink once and you know what I mean. The old world folds into a spark. One little switch in the dark, and tomorrow's knocking, just minutes away.
Knock,
Can
knock.
you hear it
I hear it.
rocking? Can you hear it say, technology revolution, future of now.